Hi, it's Sarah, and I'm here sitting in front of the world's ugliest couch to talk a little bit about some ground rules. I got some amazing comments from you guys about topics that you want to have covered in this series, Leap of the Week, and I'm really excited to get to some of them. But then I also got a comment that basically said, I don't agree with your diagnosis, talking about a video that I had posted. And that made a whole lot of alarm bells go off for me because I am not trying to diagnose anything or anybody over the internet because I am not a charlatan. So I realized that I should set some sort of basic um, agreements or ground rules as to what I really want to use this forum for. And I hope that you are also motivated in the same way. So, ground rule number one, no diagnosing. I'm not claiming to know anything about anybody that I have not seen in person. And even if I have seen them in person, I still might not be claiming to know anything about what's going on with them. This is really about discussing things that we see with our clients and with our students and collecting ideas and finding which of those ideas might actually be the best one for that person. And so that leads me to ground rule number two, which is it depends. And it depends is something that I have heard in so many different settings. I've heard it in the yoga world. I've heard it in the PT world. I've heard it in the yoga tune-up world. And I think sometimes people feel frustrated by the it depends answer because it sounds like either I don't know or I do know, but it's too much work to have to explain something to you and I just don't feel like doing it. Personally, if it's either of those answers, I'll just say that, especially if it's the I don't know version. But what it depends really means is it's impossible to have this one right answer that blanket across the board for every single human is the right answer. It doesn't exist. And it's a mark, I think, of a sort of a leap, if you will, in sophistication in your thinking about how you work with people when you are able to step away from looking for what's the one best answer and instead do number three, ground rule number three, which is don't throw anything out. There's a tendency to sort of say, oh, well, we used to do this, but now we know that that's wrong, so now we only do this kind of exercise. And it just doesn't always work, you know? And honestly, what's going to serve you best is not that you are replacing one idea with another idea as far as how you work with people, but that you are just expanding your toolbox and that you have, yes, this thing that you used to do, but now I have another thing, and now I have another thing on top of that. So that way you can really be a movement MacGyver. You want to be able to work with anybody, and the more tools you have in your toolbox, the better off you're going to be. And the last ground rule number four that I wanted to set was, again, this is not, a lot of the things that I see posted on the internet they give me a bit of a sad. And the reason they give me a bit of a sad is because the tone is very often one of, you know, you're wrong and I'm right, and here's the right answer, and P.S. by my, you know, whatever. And that's not what I'm interested in doing either. I am not here to critique other people's work or to put it down. I'm here just to offer the maximum of what I know at this moment. And because I am a lifelong learner, what I know grows daily, hopefully. So this conversation that we're going to be having with each other, it will be ongoing, it will be expansive, it will be added to, and it will encompass all of our ground rules. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing where this goes with you guys.